In a Viking grave in Sweden, archaeologists uncovered a skeleton buried with 2 war horses, a sword, an axe, and 2 shields. For 139 years, scholars believed this warrior was a man, a classic example of a male elite fighter. But in 2017, a DNA report stunned the scientific world by revealing that the warrior was a middle-aged woman who had given birth at least once. This discovery raised an astonishing question. How could a mother also stand among the elite fighters of Viking armies as a true Shieldmaiden? A Shieldmaiden was a woman who chose the warrior's path and earned the right to fight beside men as an equal. Her story was shaped by a Viking economy built on silver loot, steel weapons, and surprisingly balanced social rules. Daily survival depended on a harsh system of calories, beer rations, and constant physical strain. A Viking warrior needed around 5,000 calories a day, most of it supplied through öl beer, consumed in 3 to 4 liters daily. This beer was far more than a beverage. It protected them from deadly water diseases, served as a key part of their payment, and worked as a practical currency. But the true heart of Viking wealth came from the loot economy, where no warrior received a formal salary. Every reward depended entirely on the success of each dangerous raid, making every journey a high-risk gamble. Records tell us that when a Viking fleet raided Seville, each warrior returned with around 26 kilograms of pure silver. That amount equaled nearly 650 sheep or 50 acres of fertile land, enough to secure a family for life. Even the most valuable treasures, golden crosses and jeweled swords, were shared through a surprisingly fair method called cup drawing. Warriors placed all valuables on a cloth, lifted its corners to form a bag, and each fighter drew a handful of loot without seeing inside. This system gave even the youngest and lowest-ranked Shieldmaiden the chance to walk away with a life-changing treasure. To understand how large this wealth was, we can compare it with other professions of the time. A single successful raid brought more riches than a farmer could earn in an entire lifetime of work. An artisan might make 30 to 40 sheep worth of income in a year, while a Shieldmaiden could surpass that in one raid. But reaching this level of wealth required taking on enormous debt before even stepping onto the battlefield. A famous Ulfbert's sword cost the value of 7 cattle, and a full iron armor could equal a village's yearly taxes. Young Shieldmaidens who couldn't afford equipment borrowed it by promising up to half of their first loot as a risk premium. This meant a Shieldmaiden entered battle already in debt, fighting not only for survival but also to buy back her freedom. If she succeeded, she paid her debt, earned her independence, and secured her future in a single stroke. The true revolution came from the legal rights granted to active Shieldmaidens in Viking law. Normally, a Viking woman could not manage property or represent herself in court, but Shieldmaidens with the right to carry weapons were treated as full legal equals to men in inheritance, land ownership, and trials. Some regions even exempted them from military taxes, officially recognizing them as state-level fighters. Shieldmaidens also held a rare privilege, the right to form a sylph jarl, a legally recognized weapon brotherhood with a male warrior. This bond allowed her to share inheritance and vengeance duties with someone outside her bloodline. In many cases, this connection was stronger than marriage and acted as a powerful social safety net. A Shieldmaiden gained a unique position in society, inspiring both deep respect and quiet fear. People saw her not just as a woman, but as a proven warrior with authority in assemblies and the right to duel. Her presence demanded the same respect as any seasoned male fighter, often mixed with awe and admiration. Motherhood, however, required its own harsh system supported by the clan. After birth, a 40-day sacred period passed before the child was turned over to the collective care of the community. A Shieldmaiden could not join a raid while breastfeeding, but she returned once the child was weaned at around 2 years old. During this time, the child's care was funded by the mother's previous loot or supported through clan resources. This created one of history's earliest military family support systems, enabling mothers to continue their warrior roles. In the end, the life of a Viking Shieldmaiden was the most dangerous startup of the ancient world. She borrowed weapons, risked death, fought for survival, and if she succeeded, gained lifelong wealth and unmatched legal freedom. It was more than a profession. It was a path that shattered the boundaries of gender and rewrote the expectations of an entire culture. A Shieldmaiden's story was not just about war, but about a revolution forged in steel, silver, and unbreakable will. As we trace the lives long lost to time, continue this journey by subscribing.